Hey Libra, what's up? What's up? What's up? So yeah, this is your reading for the middle to the end of this month. What was I gonna say? You know what? I'm not even sure. So we're just gonna hop right back into this. What's been up, you guys? How you guys been doing? I hope everything's been okay, and I hope everything is balanced, and I hope everything is on the up and up for you. And if things are going bad, maybe we'll be able to see what's going on. And if things are going good, then we can see if they're gonna progress and what they're gonna turn into. Okay. So first, let me scoot this back. That didn't do much, but anyways, yeah. Excuse my looks right now, you guys. It was a rough night, and then this morning I had a lot of emotional healing, a lot of realizations, and so yeah, I was crying earlier, so you might see these little. Listen, it's been a breakthrough. I had a breakthrough day today, so it's always good news when you figure out things that you need to figure out, and you figure out what you need to do to make some changes. And so hopefully this reading can do that for you all. Okay. So enough of my rambling. Let's start off with your past energy. Okay. So your past energy is going to represent the time of let's see. So the beginning of this month is what the past is going to be framing, just to kind of get a summary of what was going on. And then of course we'll do the current energy, and then the future energy of what's to come in the next month. So let's go right ahead and get into this. I'm waiting for you guys to have a popper. There we go. Alrighty, so for your past energy, we're starting off with the Justice card in reverse. I don't like seeing this card for you guys at all. This is literally you. You know, Justice represents Libra. So this is you, or this is just literally an injustice that's happened in your life or around you. Obviously, we're going to get into that the more we go in, okay? So, but right off, to start off, that's not the energy that I want to see, okay? That could also be, well, we'll get more into it the more we go. Okay, so in combination to that, we also have the Six of Wands here. So appreciation and gratitude and applause, recognition. That's what that's pertaining to. And then lastly, to end it, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this is a symbol of I usually see this card as, this card came out for you guys too, Strength. It just came out just right now, so we'll see what that's all about. Okay, so starting off with this card here, the Eight of Wands. This is usually like a message or something coming in really fast that you might not have much control over. It's in reverse though, so I think this could have been something came in fast, but it either wasn't something that you wanted to hear or something you wanted to deal with, or you were missing the signs and it kind of bum rushed you. And it just, you know, it hits you really too fast. So with that being said, then we also have the Strength card here, so we're going to see what that's about because I really don't know where that came from. But okay, so we have Justice, Six of Wands, Eight of Wands. So what I'm sensing just looking at it here, there is something that took place in the beginning of May that has something to do with either not being truthful or not being, you're either not being truthful or you're being more bold than usual. You're not taking any shit. Like, you're not trying to keep everyone happy for the sake of a happy home. You know what I mean? So you're not being peaceful just because nobody wants to hear you like nag. It's like, no, you're letting yourself be heard, and that might be why we have the Strength card here. So either, yeah, so that type of injustice, or you being different as a Libra, maybe speaking out a little bit more in your social life, I want to say. Well, we're gonna get more into it. And also, I think you doing that, either your injustice that you did or whatever it is, or you being more bold, I think it, you know, resulted in this type of appreciation from others, and almost a sense of, I did it. Like, yeah, I did it. I finally, I feel like a sense of conquering was what that felt like for you, or whoever it is in the situation. And so then after that, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So maybe that's concluding, like, you weren't paying attention to the signs. And I think you were so caught up, or whoever it is, again, whoever was caught up in all of this applause and recognition and you know, attention, I think they're missing something, and we're going to figure out what that is, okay? So let's see. So let's go straight into your current energy, okay? Current energy for Libra. So your current energy is going to be spanning from the 16th all the way to the 31st of this month, okay? So that's your current, okay? And we got 2 cards pop out, so I'm going to do both. Alrighty. So currently, let me just look at the cards. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so we have 7 of Pentacles in reverse here. 7 of Pentacles in reverse to me is really just something is taking too long. Like your routine is starting to grow on you in a way that's like, okay, I'm getting kind of tired of this, or something that you're working on consistently, that you put a lot of effort into is not yielding the results that you would want in the manner or the fashion of time that you would like it to. So something maybe moving too slow that you're like, okay, I'm putting all of this life into it. How come I'm not seeing results? Or I'm doing all of the things that I should, need to do, but I'm feeling like I'm really getting bored with my life right now, okay? So then with that, right after that feeling of boringness, we also have the 4 of Wands here, okay? So there could have been some type of celebration or something that is different from your day-to-day activity. So right after you're saying you feel bored or something is dragging, then you're gonna have something that comes along that could be graduation, or it could be prom, or something that signifies something good or something to celebrate will come to you. And it doesn't have to be those things, but I'm just saying something significant like that, okay? Or it could just be you going out with friends and celebrate someone's birthday or someone's anniversary, something like that, okay? And then after that, we have the Hierophant here upright. And I do like the Hierophant. He is someone who's very committed to something, and he's very driven, but in a way that's traditional to higher learning or to more education, or it's like a leveling up, but in a way that's only really useful in earthly realm, but at the same time it still signifies a growth in a person. So for example, if we're talking about the 4 of Wands here and we have a social event, this could very well just mean that because this does signify higher education and stuff too. So this could the Hierophant could be saying, okay, well, you're going to be going to a graduation, or you're going to be dealing with a situation where somebody is being promoted into something else that has to deal with some type of celebratory moment. I hope that makes enough sense for you guys. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I'm talking and I'm like, are they even understanding? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? I hope so. Okay, so if you didn't get anything good from that, basically I'm saying you're gonna get bored and then right after you get bored, you're gonna go do something that's celebratory. It could be for someone else, it could be for you. We'll do clarification the more we get into it, okay? So now we're gonna look into your future energy, and your future energy is going to encompass it's going to encompass the first week of the next month, okay? So we're not going to get super deep into the next month, but we are going to see for that first week how things are going to start off for you, because well, at least for me, I like to have a clear view of maybe sort of what's going to come my way, not necessarily like to the T, but just some big events or something that I can look into, okay? So in your spread, while I'm shuffling and waiting for something to pop out for your first week, your future in your first week of June, I do want to say that you guys do have 3 major arcana in your spread, okay? So you have you have Justice card in reverse, you have the Strength card upright, and then you also have the Hierophant upright as well. Okay, so we have your cards for the future, okay? So your future, to start off, we have the 9 of Cups. Ooh, whoa, Libra, what happened? Okay, so I'm glad we did this first week, because the first week is just bum rushed with the brakes just came on, the red lights came on, something just went horribly, like, what the fuck? So we're gonna see what's going on with that. So to start off, we have the 9 of Cups in reverse, okay? So this is about not being satisfied, this is about not being content with what's around you. Now, it doesn't mean that you are in a situation that can't change it, but it can creep up whenever you're feeling bored with life, or whenever you're feeling like things are just too complacent, things aren't moving things aren't blossoming the way that it used to, or anything, just kind of like when things get dry and it just gets real like, this is bland, this is boring, this is beige. Like, think of the color of beige, and this is what this card represents, okay? And not a pretty beige. I mean beige on something that you want to be colorful, if that makes any sense. Okay, so then after that we have the Emperor card in reverse here, okay? So the Emperor card can represent a fatherly figure. It can represent somebody who is in power, someone who is has authority or over you, or this could be a boss. This could be, again, like I said, a father. This could be even a boyfriend, someone, or a husband, or someone who is a male figure, usually male, but it could also be female for sure. So don't get me, mixed up with that. But this is definitely someone who has a lot of masculine energy, and the fact that, looking at his clothes here, he seems very decked out in type of royal regal way, because he has a lot of power, and so he sits on his throne. And those two rams here are representation of Aries. So this could be a fire sign, maybe an Aries in your life. If it is a fire sign, it'll be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So yeah, so it could be a fire sign. It could be just be downright an Aries here. But needless to say, there's some type of exchange with that person. Or you could be feeling not fulfilled by that person anymore. And then after that, we get the Three of Swords here, and that's breakup, that's disappointment, that's an ending, that's stagnation, it's everything that if you want a relationship to keep going, this is not the card. But, and it's not even like an ending. It's not even that it's an ending. It's that there's disappointment with this ending. So when you see her here, there's 3 knives inside the heart, penetrating each way, going out through the heart, I think. Yeah, one of them is going through the heart. The others are just stuck, like, in the heart, but they're not piercing through it. So just very painful, If you move one way with this heart, it's going to hurt. If you try to pull out the swords, it's going to hurt. It's like you can't get past whatever this is. And it's almost like you have to sit with this emotion. And it's just disappointment. It could be grief. It could be separation that you need but you don't want. It can be betrayal that you learn. But most of the time, it really is just about, like, disappointment with something that you really wanted to keep going, or something that you wanted to work out a certain way. Being that this right before it, there's the Emperor card, I'm just going to assume that if you're in a relationship, it's not going to last, or at least you're going to be disappointed in the first week to come. But I think also, because you have the Nine of Cups here in reverse, I don't think that you really want it anyways. But I think it's still going to be disappointing or a sad moment, once you end it, or once it does end on its own. So we're going to get some clarification in that right now, okay? So let's go ahead and get my cards. Okay. So let's see. Let's dial it back all the way to your past energy, so we can see what's going on a little bit more, okay? So I can make more sense the more we go through the cards. So let's see what this Justice in reverse was about for you. Because that had to be some type of pivotal moment, because it's the first card, and it's also, major arcana. And I don't get the Justice card very often. And the fact that I'm doing a Libra reading and it came out first card, I do think this has a lot to do with you as a Libra. Alrighty. We got 6 of Cups in reverse, okay? So this could be someone not being generous, or it could also be not doing things, how can I say this? Like someone coming back into your life, and then you think everything's going to be okay, and then you realize, whoa, what am I doing? Like, you're making a mistake. Someone could have been coming back into your life, or someone could have came into your life that reminded you of someone from your past, or something that needed to just stay in the past, I feel like crept up, and it kind of caused a sense of not being as justifiable, or not being as, how would you say? It caused you to not be completely yourself. Whether that be you did something totally wrong with this person, or whether it be you actually went out and you had fun like you used to, but this isn't something that you need to keep doing. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that it has to be something terrible, but I do think it's something that isn't supposed to be permanent in your life, whether it's the person or the action that you did with the person. And furthermore, I just don't think it satisfies your soul, you know, like whatever it was. I think it was fun for the moment, or it could have been just fun times, you know, or just memories. um but I don't think it was something that needs to stick, okay? So hopefully you saw the signs, and but maybe you did not, because we have the Eight of Wands here in reverse. So maybe you didn't see the signs that this isn't something that's good, and some things are going to start shaking up. um yeah. So let's see where this sense of applause and gratitude was coming from with the Six of Wands here. Upright. Oh, I had something, but it went back in. Sorry, guys. Six of Wands. What is this appreciation about? Applause, gratitude towards. Alright. So we got the Knave of Swords here. Knave of Swords. This is the person who comes out and he really goes after whatever he wants. There is a sense of planning, a little bit of planning beforehand. So it's not necessarily the Knight of Wands, where you just go off of intuition. This is more of a logical stance because this is an air card, okay? So I think you planned out how you wanted things to go, but it also did take a risk factor in just going out to do it. And I think in return, obviously, it did yield the responses you wanted, you know, getting your appreciation or being seen for what it is that you wanted to be seen for. Now, whether that was for the best interest or not, I don't know. But I do think that you appreciated whatever you got back from it. So yeah, we'll just leave that at that. What else? Can we see what this Four of Wands and then also Hierophant clarification? How do they coincide? Ooh. Hold on. Okay, I got two cards that came out at the same time. We got the Death card in reverse, and then we have the Five of Cups upright. So we're going to start off with the Four of Wands and the Death card in reverse, okay? So looking at this, I'm going to look at it first and then I'll show you, okay? And I'm sorry if I'm just like this the whole time. Like, I don't know. You guys can hear me, right? Okay, so the Four of Wands clarified by the Death card in reverse. I think you need this time because you're so annoyed with how boring things are for you right now, or just how your life is right now. I feel like you want more spunk out of it, or at least more times to do something different than just what we do every single day, all day. Like, you want something a little different. So I think this celebratory moment is something that is very needed, and something that needs to be born, something that needs to come back, something that needs to be revitalized in your life. Because whether or not you realize that you want to have fun, even if you're not a person who likes to go out and stuff, if you get too bored in your life, whatever that means to you, whatever boredom is for you, if you allow that to happen, there's nothing but bad things that can come out of it. Especially if you don't know how to deal with certain things well, if you don't know how to be around certain people that can, you know, have fun in the right ways. There's always just ways, you know what I mean, to fuck something up that doesn't have to be. So even if you don't care about going out and stuff or doing things, make sure you have some things to look forward to. So even if it's just, okay, and this Friday, I'm going to go and get a massage. Have something to look forward to, even if it's the smallest things, or even if it's just you going to the park, or, you know what I'm saying, something like that. You have to find things that make you go, oh, this is what life is, you know, supposed to be about. No matter how much you work, no matter how much you have that stresses you, no matter how much you have to fix in your life, always have something to look forward to. For me, most of the time, I get really excited about being able to read for you guys. And I know that sounds so corny, but honestly, it really, I don't read on the weekends, just give myself a break, and, you know, but I really do enjoy reading because I feel like, one, I'm connected to all of these signs, you know, and I'm so grateful to have you guys as viewers and, you know, as part of my family here. And just, you know, helping. It feels good. So you have to find something that you like. It doesn't have to be huge, you know, but find something that makes you want to get up the next morning and do it. Or find something that makes you want to get through the week, so that Friday or whatever day it is, you can really enjoy yourself. You know, you have to give yourself little You know, like when Mario runs and jumps on the little pole, give yourself a reason to do that. It has to be something, whether it's big or small, whether it's just going to go get a salad or coming home to work out, whatever it is. You know, give yourself that time. And I just felt the need that I really need to say that because I don't get the death card either very often, especially in reverse. I don't think I've ever gotten in reverse before, but for you guys, it's strong, you know, and it's about this needing to celebrate life. That's what it's about. You need to have that part be reborn with you, inside of you. Okay, so then also for the Hierophant, moving on to the Hierophant, we have, in clarification, we have 5 of Cups here, okay? So this could be about you feeling like you don't have any inspiration, or you don't have, maybe you don't know what to do in the future, or maybe you don't know what to do next. So for some of you, if you are graduating or are doing something that requires higher learning, or because this is a Hierophant, like I said, maybe spiritual learning, you may be feeling stuck, or maybe not stuck, but maybe you can't see past what else is coming, or you just may feel like, I don't know, you know. Just know that the Hierophant also symbolizes commitment. So whatever you really commit yourself to, it's going to work out as long as you're doing what it takes to make it happen. Does that make sense? So not just on a physical way, but in a spiritual way as well. If you are totally committed to creating the reality that you want, or creating that outcome that you want to see and manifest for yourself, be aware that it all starts with your brain. You know, it all starts with here. It all starts with here. You guys can't see that. My heart, you know. You need a good balance of that. And I just had a realization just now. The Hierophant is usually it's about higher learning or higher spiritual learning. Okay, so higher learning. And the examples that I used was, you know, you need to have your brain, your third eye, you know, and your heart. Because you need your logic, you know, you need that. Your brain, you need that. And it has a lot of insight, you know, but you also need your heart to balance out the emotional things. You have to have both. You don't need to have more than one, because it just doesn't work that way. Because sometimes we attach emotions to things that aren't logical for us to do that, and vice versa. Sometimes we use emotional things and put logical stances on it, and it's like love isn't logical. It just isn't. So make sure you're really balancing that, especially if you're feeling stuck, like if you don't know what next move to make, or if you're not sure if your plan is going to manifest the way that you would like it to. You have to be committed. You also have to put 100% of your heart, your head, your third eye into that. You know, your spirit, your faith, your intuition, your inner knowing that this is going to happen because I said it is. You know, you have all the power within yourself. So always remember that. Okay. So then for your future energy, I hope this video isn't getting too long for you guys. I'm sorry. So in your future energy, let's see why you aren't satisfied. Why won't you be satisfied in the first week of June? Ooh. Excuse me. We have the Moon card here. So another major arcana, you guys. Really, really heavy energy for you all, okay? Okay, so Moon card, upright, and clarification for your 9 of Cups here. This is about not being satisfied right here. Not being satisfied, not being content, wanting more. This Moon card is usually about revealing and realizations and seeing things in a different light, okay? So you could be starting to see things that you didn't notice about a person, or didn't notice about maybe this Aries we have here, or this Emperor energy, whoever it is. You're starting to see things and you're like, hold up. Like you're starting to be like, I don't know about this. This isn't, you know what I mean? I feel like you're starting to have either cold feet or just starting to notice things that are red flags, honestly. And oh wow. I just see now we have the 8 of Wands here in reverse, and it just connected to me. I think all those signs that you were missing in the beginning of May, I think in the first week of June you'll start seeing, like literally like the first 3 days of June, you're gonna be like, what the hell is going on? Like you're just gonna wake up and be like, are you fucking kidding me? We also have a new moon on the 15th, I want to say, or the 15th or 14th, I'm not sure. But so there could be a lot of realizations coming, and this is the Moon card here. So, you know, I can't make this stuff up, guys. Like my cards, they talk for me. All I do is read, you know, and use my intuition and my angels and my higher self to just channel whatever is being put here. But for sure, if you know for a fact that you were starting to see red flags, do what you can to move away from it, okay? Because ultimately it is going to result in this, you know, but That's all up to you. You know, it doesn't have to end like that. But honestly, if you are already seeing signs and you're not feeling good about how things are going, and then here, even if this isn't a person, I think it is a person, but this could be just a situation that is. It doesn't mean it's too bossy or anything, but there's a lot of power within the what this person holds here. Okay. And I just don't know if you're feeling so uncertain about it already, and then you're missing signs here. And then we started off with injustice, and we have the need to have some rebirth and celebrating life. You know, I just feel like it's just the format for whatever the situation is. It is, I just don't like it. I just don't. And it is. I don't know if this can be fixed. If it can be fixed, maybe you should look into that. You know, you can always get a personal reading with me, so we can really sit down and see who the person is, who they are represented in a situation right now. You know, really get in deep with it. But right now, how it's looking, I don't know if I wouldn't recommend staying, because there's gonna be disappointment either way. Whether you stay or you leave, there's disappointment coming, dealing with this person or the situation that involves this person. And so it really is up to you. But like I said, there's kind of a sense of needing to know your inner strength. And we did have the strength card pop out on its own in the very beginning. So again, it's always up to you. You have all the power in your hands. It's more about what are you going to do with it. And also be aware that this person is very powerful. So if you're not being careful with what power you have, they could very easily take it from you, you know, and won't have to explain why they did it. They're the emperor. They're the fatherly figure. They're the boss. So it's like, I don't know if I would want you guys to lose the balance of being able to do what the hell you want, or lose the balance of being able to think how you want and things like that. You know, I feel like they're gonna make things more unbalanced than they have to be. Okay, so I just got your zodiac card here. It popped out. Excuse me, you guys. And so I'm going to read what Jupiter says, because we got Jupiter here. Oops. This is the card that came out for you guys, okay? And so the planets, they indicate what you're doing or expressing. They can also show the desire that you wish to fulfill. Okay, so we're going to go to Jupiter and see what is up with that, and then I can kind of dictate. I just want to read this first. Jupiter is associated with the Roman god Jupiter, ruler of heaven and earth, thought of as a fair and just protector. Jupiter is often thought of as a planet of luck and expansion, the desire to understand the bigger picture, to prosper and to experience joy are a big part of Jupiter's influence. Optimism, faith, spirituality play roles in this issue. All right, guys. So it's ironic that we got strength and Jupiter here. This is also one of the Leo cards here that I like to associate with Leo, and the person here is also an Aries because she has like red hair, so I always associate her with Aries for some reason. We have Aries here. Do we have Jupiter anywhere? Okay, no, we don't have any Sag type of energy here. But nonetheless, whatever you're expressing or what you want to do with yourself right now is about becoming bigger, you know, being more strong within yourself. And I think you want to expand in a way that is really beneficial to your heart. You know, you want to be able to do what you want. You want to be able to say what you want. You want to go out and experience things. You want your world to get bigger, but only by your choice. And what I fear is you're not comfortable with being comfortable with this person. And you're starting to see that. And whoever this person is, whether it's an Aries or, you know, a fire sign, you know, that's really weird. Because this could be a Sag too, now that we have the Jupiter here. And this could also be saying this is what's dictating you right now. Like, you need to expand. And so in order to do that, you might have to drop someone, or you might have to drop something. And that might be disappointing. But all in all, if you have the desire to expand and fulfill the need to just be out there and open and more just, you know, abundant with yourself, you have every right to do that. And there's no one that can stop you unless you allow them to. Okay? So you always have to keep that in mind. This doesn't necessarily mean that there's a person here that's stopping you from it, you know, like physically or anything. But just keep in mind, like, what you really want from yourself. Because I feel like right now, things are fine. But I also feel like in the midst of celebrating things and having things that are different from the everyday life, sometimes you tend to not look at things the way that they need to be looked at. Can you guys see this tan? I'm sorry, but I had a huge tan because I was outside all day for Mother's Day. Sidetracking. Yeah. So make sure you're focused on what you want, and make sure you're focused on expanding your life in the way that you need to. And don't let someone block whatever you want. Like just don't let it happen. And the way you don't let it happen is if you start seeing the signs, just stop it. Just remove yourself from it. Especially if this is something that hasn't been happening for years and years and years. Like it, you know what I mean? Like just fix it. Yeah, you guys. So I think this is it. I think I did very, very well in going into detail. The video is 30 minutes long, so I hope you guys really enjoyed it. But yeah, I really think this is a good reading for you all. You might want to look into some amethyst just to stay a little bit more calm, and also ruby and fuchsite. I have a video on this. So yeah, go check that out if you just want to know what it does. But I just think you guys need to make sure you're using like all of your creativity that you can, and also using your personal strengths instead of making them become your weaknesses, because that's never cool. Okay, you guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in with me and sitting down with me so that I could talk to you, you beautiful human being, or whatever you are, wherever you came from. So yeah, I leave all of my information down low for you if you would like to book a personal reading with moi. And if not, then I'll just see you back here, whenever I do my next reading for you, Libra. Yeah, so stay positive, stay happy, stay afloat, I was going to say something, but I don't think I'm going to say that because that could have went a wholly different way. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching me. If I'm not your favorite Leo, then hopefully I will be one day. And until next time, Libra, I will see you in the next one. Bye.